Hey, what's up, guys? It's Eric with Plugged In Recovery. This week we are at the Zenner House here in Chandler, Arizona. We're going to be learning a little bit about our resident of the week, Mike. Mike, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Michael Fiacco. I've been here at the house since July. My sober date is July 7th of 23.
That's great, man. Yeah, that's great.
You have any questions? Or should I
Yeah, man. Well, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself, what brought you here to Plugged In?
Let's see. Born and raised here in Arizona. I had a pretty basic life, growing up. Have two older sisters. High school was great. Things were fun. I started smoking in high school. Started getting into coke, ecstasy in there. After high school, I went up to Flagstaff, got my fire science degree, and did a season of wildland firefighting. And then came back. My parents were splitting up, and I started getting into oxycodone, into the Percocets, and kind of just got into that. And it was a quick thing that happened there, because from there I just jumped right into heroin. Was doing IV, shooting up for 10 years off and on, trying to get clean, going into treatment centers. But what brought me here, I was on the street, actually. I was homeless, and I was trying to get into places, but I just couldn't figure out where I was going, couldn't get into a place. Either my insurance wouldn't take me, or there was always something that was coming up. And then my mom, my ex-stepdad, I don't know, someone got hooked up with Wade here, which is a super blessing, because he's like, yeah, man, come on in. And so, yeah, man, I got in here, and things have been really great.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, we're super happy to have you. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about what life is like here at the house, and, how all the guys kind of help you get plugged into the recovery community?
Yeah. No, this house is great, man. It's a really chill place. If you know what you're doing, as far as you got a plan, as far as you want to be sober, this is definitely a good place to be. Everybody in here really just has each other's backs. If you are struggling in any way, no one's afraid to put their arm around you and say, hey, what's going on? Kind of lift you up. Wade's great. Anytime you need anything, man, he's always there, him and his dad. So yeah, man, yeah, it's just a good place to be. They give you enough rope to hang yourself, for sure. And I think that's a good place, because I've been in other sober livings where it's, I don't know, man, it's just not, it's a little too structured, or just way too lax. This is just right. So, yeah, I really enjoy this place, man.
That's awesome, dude. And I know your house manager, Terrell, and all the guys at the house. What is the culture like, as far as going to meetings, and what life looks like inside the house?
Yeah. So we're required to go. Well, not required, but they would like us to go to at least 4 meetings a week. So if you don't have a vehicle or anything like that, there's always someone that's willing to help you get a ride. So a lot of times we shoot over to the Pigeon Coop. Thursday nights we see Wade there. Mondays we go to Celebrate Recovery. There's always a meeting around here, especially in Chandler, and then close to Tempe. Anything in the East Valley, man, you can really get around and find a meeting. But yeah, this house is great, man. I mean, yeah, everybody just is willing to help you out, get a ride.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's always the biggest thing in sober living, is if you have a car, you're always going to have somebody in there going somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, and then I did want to ask you, I mean, what's been your favorite part of living in the house since you've moved in July?
Let's see. My favorite part, man, is just, it's just nice just to be in a place where you can really develop your life skills. I think that's been the best part about this, is slowly seeing those steps happen. Like I said, man, I was on the streets outside, just like struggling, especially in this last summer. It was rough, man. And I'm just like, what am I doing with my life? And ever since I got in here, man, and I really just was, praying and just like, God, I know you know my heart, and ever since I just really committed to, just being sober, just one after another, like got a job, got my license back, and just like things just like happening really quick. And it's just, it's been a big blessing just to be in a place where I'm watching the guys that I'm living with, just these huge stepping stones, man. Just like, and it's cool because, like I said, I've been in recovery for a long time, just really trying to get it right. So I've seen everything there is to see. But here, man, I've really developed friendships and brotherhood. That I'm just watching guys really develop, watching myself develop, and just like accomplishing goals, man. You don't see that on the streets.
Right. Yeah.
So,
And that's and I'm glad you brought that up. That's a big part of the plugged in program is setting, short-term, midterm, long-term goals and then checking in on those every week, right? In your house meeting and helping everybody, get to where they want to go.
yeah.
And I'm glad to hear that that's going well for you, man. I did want to ask you here as we kind of wrap up, for anybody who's watching or listening that may be on the fence about going to sober living, do you have any like words of encouragement or advice for them?
Yeah, man. Just don't give up. Don't give up. Don't ever lose hope. I think once you lose hope, man, you're good as dead. Just keep trying. Just don't be afraid to just reach out. If you don't get in the first place you call, just keep calling another place, man. And if you're tired, man, you're just tired of that. There's always going to be someone that is going to put a hand out and try to help you out. So just put your pride to the side, man, and yeah, just ask for that help. And I think we're in a community that there's always somewhere you can turn to. And if you're serious about it, you'll get through it, man. You'll be able to get through it, and just keep your head up and just let the past be the past, man. You got a bright future.
Awesome. Yeah, well, that's great, dude. I'm glad that you're able to sit down with us today, share a little bit about your story and what life is like here at the house. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Resident of the
Thanks
week.
for having me.
Yeah, of course. And for you guys watching, we'll see you next week.